about a minute because I got to go take care of some business. It's very important. But I like to put these YouTubers on blast real quick. So, Screen Paint Guru. First things first, your channel's fake. We know that from the door, it's a fake channel. And you guys got a habit of trying to upscale or whatever. I don't know what you do at the end of the day. But you try your best to try to make our videos bad. That doesn't work. You do know that, right? We can back ourselves up. So for you don't know who I am, first things first, my name is Kenneth Burr. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. And I thought I'd just bring this to attention real quick, because I got some stuff I'm working on, some things I'm doing, and I'm supposed to be off on the day. My day's off. But anyway, you see this demonstration right here? This demonstration shows up on 16 different forum sites, not just YouTube. It also shows up on multiple Facebook accounts, my own personal chat room that I have at the end of the day, and our new site is being built over on GoDaddy. So you see this demonstration? I have people come in and seen this screen multiple times. This is basically a gray screen paint that we just dabbed a little bit of our product in the middle of it, and the screen didn't show up. So keep in mind, when they say worst demonstration, what they mean technically, you don't have nothing to stand against our product. Second, your YouTube channel is fake. So this is what they do. Jamie and these guys get together and they make these fake YouTube channels, and then they put a bunch of likes behind, like somebody supports your opinion. Gentlemen, your companies are being challenged in court at the end of this year. You don't even know how to back your company up. You have no way to do this whatsoever. So I don't even know what you're trying to do at the end of the day. It doesn't stop my payload at the end of the day. I still get paid regardless. So again, as I said before, we can back this up any day of the week. Anytime that you feel the need, that you want to basically take this to court, don't bother coming to my YouTube channel and crying. What you do is you get yourself an attorney, or you sign our contract and let's walk into a court and we'll handle this in Pennsylvania. That's all you got to do. But come on. You're going to call yourself Paint Screen Guru, whatever you call your name, and you don't have any content on your channel. In fact, we can't even find the channel. So I went over here and we looked the channel up. We can't find it. It's not there. There's nothing there. There's no channel there. So where's your channel at? For this guy, it's supposed to be a guru. You're supposed to be a screen paint guru. I mean, it's a person with a great amount of knowledge when it comes to the field of projection screens. I'm expecting to see something on there, but there's nothing on there. It's like the channel disappeared. So you guys make these fake channels and go on. That's what you do. All right, you want to play that game? I'll send a letter to your front door. We already know who you are from the door. You'll get a letter from me at the front door telling you that at the end of the day, we'll take you to court. I can take you to court on anything. It didn't make a difference at the end of the day. You made a statement, right, about my product, right? I can take you to court on it. So I can drag you out of your home. You'll miss a couple of days of work. You have to fly down here to Pennsylvania. You'll pay money for airline tickets. This is going to cost you at the end of the day just to sit in the courtroom for me to basically go in and just take stuff from you. Gentlemen, look, this is what we do, all right? If you cannot back it up, if you feel we can't back it up, sign the contract. That's all you got to do. Or I'll find something on your YouTube channel incriminating, and I'll have a process server come to your front door in your state of the in your state, and I'll make your life a living nightmare. Which means that when we drag you into a courtroom, we're not going to be asking for no $50,000, $20,000. We're asking for $1 million and up. We want to make sure that that tree is high enough that you can't outrun it. If you go to the left, to the right, we want to make sure that tree crushes you. You run far enough out, we want to make sure it crushes you. So we're going to ask for a lot of money. So if you're not prepared to take that type of damage on, if you're not prepared to put your family through that nightmare, your wife through that nightmare, your kids through your nightmare, you lose your house, your car, your business, all that stuff, I would suggest you basically stay in your backyard. That's what I suggest. I would really suggest that. Because if you get one of those ultimatum letters that come to your front door, you don't want those things popping up at your front door. These are worse than cease and desist orders. This challenges you to back up your claim in court against us. That's what it's designed to do. And if you can't back up your claim, then what does that mean at the end of the day? That means you lied, right? And that means you lied. It means no attorney will take your case. Because that little document that we send to you means that it ensures 100% that no attorney will take your case. Because you can't back it up. Can't back it up to us. How is he going to help you? So I can hire your attorney to sue you. Because he'll win. So, Screen Paint Guru, where the freak is your YouTube account? Because look, right here, I'm looking it up, and we can't find you. I'm going to go click on here. Where are you at? That's just me putting you on blast. That's the only video that pops up. It's just me putting your YouTube channel, whatever fake channel you got, on blast. It's just us. That's pretty sad, gentlemen. You're that threatened by my gamer paint? You are threatened by it. So, basically what they're threatened by is the fact that we're going to obsolete all gray screens. They're scared of that. Now, could this be Jamie? No, I don't think it's Jamie at all, period. I think it's anyone in the gray screen community that's upset. They're bothered by our technology. Here's the thing, gray screen community. I'm going to wipe you off the face of the planet. You ever seen what that technology does? What it does to a gray screen? I can dab a little bit in the center of your screen doesn't function anymore. That's how powerful that technology is. Just a little dab in the middle of your screen, and boop, your screen doesn't function anymore. It doesn't see contrast, it doesn't see color, it doesn't function in fully lit environments. All the lies that you say that your product does, it exposes them. That's what it does. We're going to use that against you in court to show that you lied in your specification sheets. We already know at the end of the day that a lot of you have sold products to customers without proper testing, which means this is going to be heavy fines and penalties. This is money you're going to have to pay back to customers. You don't like it and you're scared. And this is the best way you think you can come up with a solution of coming onto my YouTube channel and making a false statement on a fake YouTube channel that you don't even have. Gentlemen, you're going to go to court. You can't basically get around this. We're challenging all companies with gray screens, even gunmetal, that you do not read a 100% black level. That's one problem you have right there. Ambient light rejection screens, AOR screens, that are gray, claiming to be ambient light rejection, are not ambient light rejection due to the fact they spend most of their time in the dark because their colors fade even when ultra short throw. And that whole, you read a black level nonsense, well, we know you can't pass that thing at the end of the day. So in that demonstration basically showed our technology challenging your technology on a 300 lumen projector with a 10,001 contrast. So you telling me your screen reads 100% black? Is that what you're saying? Are you offended by the video that you're going to make fake YouTube accounts and comment and make false accusations about our videos? Is that what you're saying? So if that's the case, I'll see you in court. So you better pray that that screen reads a black level. If not, the consequences are going to be extremely high. Mind you, if you're caught in any form of fraud, you sold this stuff, have a website, anything, you're looking at a good 10 years in the prison system. And trust me, from a person who's been on that side of the fence, a lot of people don't make it on the first day. So, is that what you want to subject your life to? That it's going to be a bit of a nightmare there. Embarrassment to your friends, embarrassment to your family. You want that nonsense in the day? $50,000 per violation, which means on everything you have in your specification sheet that doesn't add up, it's considered to be a violation. You could run into 100,000, 200,000. It can add up. So, are you ready for this? What I would suggest you to do is go back to your site and change whatever nonsense you put in there, fix it. Well, that's not going to help you at the end of the day. You sold this stuff, right? If you sold anything without basically real specifications attached to it, you're already in trouble. Because we're going to request in court your test. And one of the tests that's required is you have to show that your paint doesn't match a gray paint. And you can't pass that test. We already know. We tested all y'all stuff. Y'all can't pass the test. So what are you going to do? Well, there is an option. You have to pull your website down, your business. It would have to go. You would have to build it again from scratch. And this time you'll have to tell the truth. That's why they're scared. Isn't it interesting that the person who's supposed to be the scammer and the ripoff artist is the one that's basically pulling all the strings and making all the commands for us to take this to court? You guys don't want to bring to court. Not one of you have ever come to me saying, oh, let's go to court. Not one of you. We've given you ultimatums. You got 4 days to contact, have a lawyer contact. You got a month to have a lawyer contact. You got till the end of this year, any of you, to bring a lawyer to our front door to prove that your product brings a 100% black level and does exactly what your specification does. Because if not, and we give you to the end of the year, the consequences are going to be brutal. This is your fault at the end of the day. You know why it's your fault? You lied in your specification sheets. We went out, we tested our product, we made sure our product worked 100%. What kind of person would I be to charge $1,200 for a screen, and I said it works in sunlight, and I never did the demonstrations? Wouldn't that be considered fraud? All right then. Then if you're sitting out there saying that you read 100% contrast, and we know you don't. You pick up perfect color balance, we all know you don't. Your ambient light, you're definitely not. You have a 2.0, that is not happening on no planet on the face of the planet. You don't have a 2.0. You operate outside. Look at your specification sheets are poor. What time of the day do you operate outside? What type of projectors do you use? What is the distance throw before your screen starts to deteriorate? What's the lumen count before the screen starts to deteriorate? What's your angle gain when you pick up on the screen? What color is your product? You can't say gray. What shade of gray is? There's multiple shades of gray. You can't say it's just gray. What's the contrast level you pick up? What's the dark level you pick up? As in, what type of gray shade do you pick up to perceive that it's a contrast level? You can't say black, and you can't say contrast, because contrast is black. So how would you fix that mess? So we look at it as this is the gray screen community that's upset with Mr. Bird. Well, Mr. Bird is going to clean your clock in court. We make black technology. We're the only ones who have the right to say we read the Infinity 1, Infinity 2 level on a black screen. Gray screen, you don't have that right to say that, and that's why I'm going to challenge you in court. All of you. And if you feel that our demonstrations are fake, I'll buy your products one by one, and I'll crush every single one of them and post them to my website and show the difference between what we do and what you do. Which means if I take a dab of that paint and I stick it in the center of your screen no longer exists. And mind, that technology over there is 50% completed. By the end of, I think, Wednesday, it'll be at 100% completed, which means there's your nightmare right there. I could wipe out entire eBay, just like that. What do you have on there to take us? Bunch of gray screen paint? Please, give me a break. We knock out certifies. We knock out TVs. So, with that being said, I'll test your product for you. I'll run all the tests necessary on your product, equal to our demonstrations. Look on the bright side, gentlemen. At least I didn't say that sun technology out there, because if I stick you outside at freaking 9 o'clock in the morning at 300 lumens, what are the chances you pick up an image? So, gray screen community, it's on. I'll contact your website, just like I contact Jamie's site on eBay, ask you a series of questions. You better be able to answer those questions correctly, because the same questions my lawyer's going to ask you in court. So you have options in court. You have options of having your product tested by us. And if you feel that why all this is not necessary, it is necessary. Consumer got ripped off. Customers are getting ripped off. I get your customers. Your customers contact me and say, hey, I got this gray screen, and I can't pull contrast. I could wash this out. Yeah, they contact us at the end. You know why? Because they see us in here doing demonstrations at 24,000. The lights you have in your environment don't even equal the lights I have in here. Oh, man. Stop crying about everything. Literally, you see that thumbnail right there? That's how we see you. Stop crying about everything. You big companies, you got to face it sooner or later. Certifies, you got to face it sooner or later. I guarantee that the gamer technology knocks you guys clean out of the water before we even introduce you to the high-end technology we have over there in that corner. And you can't take on a screen that can absorb sunlight. And you can barely make it in an environment with a few windows. So, just going to put you on blast real quick. Paint Screen Guru that doesn't have a fake account, no information on you whatsoever, can't find anything on you at all whatsoever, only we pop up. And now since I put your name on blast, that means that when people look you up, only we come up. Talking about how you made a fake YouTube account and how you gray screen paint makers are terrified. You should be terrified. I'm going to tell you from the door, and what that technology does, you should be really terrified. All I have to do is just put a little dab, a square, about the size of a playing card in the middle of your screen, and your screen no longer functions anymore. It won't even sell anymore. So, you ready for it? Because it's coming. Now, don't take it personally. Don't take it. This is business at the end of the day. For those of you who are not into the dumb shenanigans, I would suggest you want to do a side-by-side demonstration. You know, you can't get me what? You're going to say, sue me for slander for what? Side-by-side demonstration, that's what it is. Don't sell a product if you ain't ready to basically cast it out into the middle of the sea. You can't swim, you can't swim. When they call it, swim or sink, whatever it is at the end of the day, well, you better figure it out. But anyway, we are going to be #1 with this screen paint. And I've done this already before. I've conquered all types of screens. If that means I have to repeat the process again, so be it. Why not? So, Fernando, your paint, we already have it here. We don't need your stuff. Your stuff is house paint. We already know it's house paint from the door. I sent you that paint to your front door with you to do the demonstrations against all your products, and you failed to do so. So you're over and done. And I sent you a detailed message. We haven't got any answer back yet. I wonder why. We don't get any answers back by Monday. Another letter comes to your door. This is a letter telling you you're being challenged in court on your eBay listing. Or challenge you in federal court because it's considered to be consumer fraud. You're selling paint based on a summary. You have no real specifications and they're proving that product. You don't even have a color of it. What color is that stuff? Nothing in there. We're just going to contact eBay on top of that. But we give them the opportunity, as you can see. So it's up to them to respond back. Hey, you're selling this stuff to customers at the end of the day. You can't respond back to me. How are you going to sell this stuff? And if you can't respond back to me, if you guys are going to run and give us back our money and cancel out 13.8 million people out of the state of Pennsylvania, if you're doing that stuff around us, how are you going to sell your product? There's a million of my kind on forum sites every day. They'll ask you about every question you could possibly think of under the sun. We're going to run from them too. What happens if you get out there in an expo and somebody asks you what to gain on your product? Will this stuff match house paint or pack everything up and just leave? You can't cut in this business. Don't be in this business. Now, we have to just prove to the courts that your stuff was never tested and you sold a bunch of product that was never tested. Which means you're going to have to pay some people back some money, whether you have it or not. And if you mention my company in there anywhere and said something about my company that's not true, you got a lawsuit coming. So, Screen Guru, nowhere to be found in there. This is now your new label from now on. Go make another fake account. That'll make a difference. This is your new label from now on. Crime. No experienced fake YouTuber and fake YouTube channel. YouTuber ScreenPaintGuru Jealous of our work. How are you a guru at the end of the day? You got no content on your work. That's interesting. No content on your work at all, period. But yet he's a real business at the end of the day. He's a real 100% business. All right, I'm done. I left you some messages down that you can answer. One says, see us in court if you got any other problems with us. And the other one says, how do you have a YouTube channel when you have no content on it whatsoever? I was like me having a freaking YouTube channel like, hey, we do motorcycles all day bikes. And you go to the chat, ain't nothing on it. Like, what the freak? Like, where's content on bikes? There's nothing there. All right, here's the deal. You gray screen paint makers. It's not just one, it's all of them. Man, I got a bunch of emails from upset and angry. You're going to be rough with your feathers. That's good. None of you mentioned court. Not one of you said anything about court. Why? Because you know we can crush you in a courtroom. You can't do what your product says it does, right? If you feel, at the end of the day, that the demonstrations I've done on your products, right? You feel that all those demonstrations were not real, right? And your product would never ever do that, right? 100%. You got to the end of the year to bring me to court. If you don't bring me by the end of the year to the court, when we take you to court, lawsuits will be over $1 million. There's your ultimatum. I keep telling you at the end of the day, don't write checks you can't cash. Because we're known for doing this to people at the end of the day. We will put you in a situation that we know you can't get out of. So now there's your ultimatum. You were better off just basically just minding your own business or basically not making any statements. And then when we come for your product, you know, we test it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's what it is. And just move on from there. And you figure out what kind of damage control you got to go through. But now this is guaranteed to cost you money. End of the year. Get any attorney you need at the end of the day. I look forward to meeting them. They're more than welcome to come down and check out our technology next to yours. And you convince them that your gray screen paint reads 100% black level, picks up perfect color balance, operates in fully lit environments. And if you can't get a lawyer to sue me on those terms, backing up your product, number one, it's going to show that you can't back your product up. No one should ever buy from you, and you're about to get sued in court by our company for over $1 million. Can't get out of this one now. It's been said it's going to be done now. You got 1 year. End of this year. You got to the end of this year to have an attorney reach out to us. And don't let it be a fake one. If we find it's a fake attorney, we reach out and figure out where you're at, you go to jail for that. It's a lot of charges you can get for basically having fake attorneys. Don't do that. Real one, 100%. I look forward to meeting your attorneys. Oh, I got so much stuff I want to show them. I can't wait. Oh, well, okay, let's see if they can back their products up. Now you got an ultimatum now. And they got more to worry about, right? Painted yourself in a little tight little corner. You're in there so tight only your bottom toe can stick up. Everything else is all painted in. You lean to the left, you fall in the paint. You lean to the right, you fall in the paint. You run forward, you fall into the paint. You're just backed up in that wall as far as you can possibly go. That's where we like to put people at. We got to the end of the year. No attorney reaches out to us, and you're finished. I told you guys a long time ago, your screen paint is 10 years old. If they sit there in court and say, Mr. Bird, what is your knowledge on gray paint? You are done. Do you have any idea how much gray paint that I sold? Let me show you something. This is something you guys don't do. Gentlemen, see this right here? Let me embarrass you real quick. This is a company that's responsible for trying to take my company's business at the end of the day. My screen paint was literally gray paint. It was so more advanced than what you sell today. You were nowhere on the level on how I sold my products. So, this right here is a company who basically signed a 1-year contract for global. It's a global, 10-year contract for global. Now, it's called Digital One Crystal, Europe, because that's where they came from. Right here is showing our screen paint. So that's my screen paint here. It's a copy taking these videos with me, pictures with me, because they are mine. Let me see. Let me go with pictures. New folder. So when you guys are on YouTube crying about your gray screen paints, right? My technology, my screen paints, had so many different level versions of it that we had a company, and we had a contract that we were assigned to, that the game came down from Europe to meet with us to sign a contract. That's my product right there. That's my screen paint. That's also my screen paint. You guys have contracts for your stuff? No, you didn't have contracts for your stuff. Because you know why? Your stuff is, first things first, is too old. These videos are from way, way, way back. See? Digital One Crystal screen paint. Let me put these in my folder. That's a long time ago. Yep. November 2015. So that was posted November. Let's get that right there. November 2015. So the screen paints you guys have today stood nowhere on the level my product stood back then. Save me a nice little folder of memories. I'm going to post this to our site. Mind you, we didn't have those 4K high-end projectors. This is one of the investors right here that was doing a showcase for our products at this particular time overseas. Were your stuff contracted? Do you have any picture demonstrations showing your products, your gray screen paint mixes and products being contracted and displayed around shareholders and investors? You don't have any of that, do you? Because your products came nowhere near to what we designed way back then. You couldn't even reach my plateau at the stage I was when I was developing great paints. So how are you going to compete with me with the technology we have today? There's my screen right here. I felt it so amazing because I was in that little rented room, and to be able to see my product like this on this big display, I thought that was amazing. Absolutely amazing to be able to see my product on that display and see other people involved in my product. Now at that particular time, this image right here was considered to be outstanding. Now today, when I see this image on gray screen today, no, it's not. It's poor. Extremely poor, especially in this area we're at right now. And you still have a screen showing up this way? Come on now. Because that gray screen doesn't cut it anymore. It doesn't work. If they claim it does, it doesn't really work. It doesn't cut it anymore. That's a customized frame they did for our screen paints. There's a demonstration right there in a conference room. There we go. This right here is a banquet for investors with gift bags right there they gave out. You guys don't have anything like this, do you? Of course. Your gray screen paints couldn't even keep up to what I did in the past. So it's just a little lesson to be learned that challenging my company at the end of the day is a bad idea. I know how to make your products. There's the keychains they were giving us. This is what were in the gift bags. They had keychains with the symbols on them. Oops, I didn't want that. There's one of the keychains right there. Stuff they had in the gift bag. These are all the investors that were in there in the room. Those are investors they have in there. Now, the fact that we went through some nonsense because I didn't like the fact on how things are being done, and people felt at the end of the day that they could take our products without our permission, and I guess they felt that that was the only screen paint we could design. Yeah, this is why I have a little speech that I give that before I go into business, 3D glasses or 3D glasses made under a product, before I sign a contract, there's a little speech I like to give off. And I always say, why are you fighting for the crumbs below when there's a 4-course meal over top of you? Meaning that people get greedy when it comes to showing them the technology that we engineer. You have no idea the advancement levels that we can go to. And they get opt out because they do things that we don't like. And we basically get rid of those contracts. And we go from there and we build a whole new technology that they're not allowed to be around and not allowed to be, sell or make money off of. Because you were so busy worrying about those little bit of crumbs below when you really should have been thinking about the 4-course meal over top, fighting over crumbs. Now, if they had basically stuck to their contract and did what was right and didn't try to take my company from me, they would be able to be involved with black technology. which now they're not. They would be able to engage with the invisible technology, the first daytime projection screen, which they cannot. I've actually talked to some of the people from this particular era, and they're just astounded by how advanced our technology has become. But they would have been a part of that if they didn't get greedy. And this is why I've gotten to the point now, we don't sign any contracts. We are the ones who control all contracts. You'll be going through my company's contract. I won't be going through your contract. You'll be going through my company's contract, because I learned a valuable lesson when it coming down to something like we went through here. This is the reason why we do not sign anybody else's contract. You have to sign ours. You go by our rules and regulations. That's a mistake I made with them. So do all you people make gray screen paints? Do you have this status? No, you don't. So 10 years ago, I was making a product just like yours, but better than yours. They got my product on this level, and I was making more money than you guys were making. You guys were making like 60, 70, 80, 90. We was making about $200, $300, $400 for our products. It shows you my skill level is much higher than yours when it comes to your great paints. You guys get 60, 70, $100. You get pennies. That's what you're getting. We got way more than that. And then we got bulk orders. And look, there's Tim Moncrief. He was actually one of our beta testers right there. Ah, there he's right there. That's one of our beta testers. David Harvin. He was one of our beta testers too. You guys don't have that, do you? That's our beta tester right there. You know, I'm going to copy this image and save it right over here. There we go. That's our beta tester. You don't have any beta testers, do you? This is actually Digital 1 Crystal 4K 4.4 black on a 700 lumen projector. Yep, way back in the day. Way back in the day. We even had a white screen paint that made money. Yeah, that's one of my customers right there, outside, Mario Kart. So when I tell you guys don't know nothing about white and your gray screen paint, you don't know anything about your gray screen paint. You don't know nothing about it. You don't know the color of it, what it is, none of that stuff. And actually, that is one of the first blue screen paints, colored screen paints we ever developed. This was an outdoor Digital 1 Crystal 3.7 sky blue screen paint that we developed. Customer right there. So this is where we're going to have problems for some of you. Where some of you are going to have this problem when we go to court about making statements about our products, making all these claimants about our products, and you can't back any of it up in court. And then you gray screen paint makers are upset and bitter with us because you feel that you can just tarnish my work, and then they don't do that. Let me explain something to you. You don't like my product, you say you don't like it. But the minute you cross that line and you think your company, and please don't bother, I'll take your company from you. Don't say something you can't back up in court. Tread carefully. You'll lose your business. You will. So you guys on eBay right now, we know where your businesses are at. We know where your companies are at. I know your information at the end of the day. That's all I need to know. I'll take your company from you. Be careful. Tread carefully. Your gray screen paints, please. I can make your stuff easily. I can make all your products easily. This is where my gray screen paints are at. Where were yours at? Another customer. Let's see these images to my whatchamacallit. Another customer. Another customer. You guys didn't make. You're probably not making anything. Y'all can't back that stuff up. And I said, between this era now, if they were around when, at this particular era, if they were around, then yeah, they probably would have made some money. But not now. A gray screen paint is an obsolete product. It's an obsolete product. There's a YouTube video right there. Read it and wheat. Discontinue. We don't make that product anymore. I shows you right there. I can click on that video. I can go back to my YouTube channel. Yeah, that's my work. You guys are so far behind, it's not even funny how far behind you are. So far behind. See, Mr. Screen Guru, whatever you're going to call yourself, they're going to call you Fake Paint. Fake Paint at the end of the day, so I can just click on the video from there. Right there. Boom. Yeah. That was 11 years ago. So 11 years ago, that video was sitting on that account when I had a contract for 10 years. A global contract. It wasn't just a normal contract, it was global. Yeah. We back everything up we say. So that's why I said, some of you people that are mad and upset because we're going to be challenging your great paints at the end of the day, because you're saying things you're not supposed to be saying in your product, what are you mad about? So let me get this straight. You're mad because Mr. Bird's challenging your company, right? And you're mad because you can't continue to rip off your customers. Any one of your customers can challenge you too in court. So what are you really mad about? You're mad that you can't continue to rip off your customers. You can't continue to ride that gravy train anymore. Gravy train's about to be derailed. God forbid those of you who made statements about my product, you can't back up in court. You know how that's going to end at the end of the day. You're going to lose everything in there. I've watched grown men break down and cry in court because they can't pay the money. Then here comes the sob story at the end of the day. I can't pay this, I can't pay that, I don't make that kind of money. Where am I going to get the money from? I don't have that type of money. I don't care. You talk that trash, you got to pay that money. I've got that. Can we approach the bench? His attorney, our attorney, during the talking at the end of the day, talking about, look, you know, can we come with a plea deal? We're not doing any plea deals. The reason why we're in court. There's no plea deals going on in there. You're going to pay us what you owe us at the end of the day. If you can't pay, just lose everything. That's all. Don't get mad at me. How am I the bad guy? Don't open your mouth and write checks you can't cash. You're going to call my company this, that, and the other. I'm going to take it to court and sue you for it. So if you can't write that check, then, you know, keep it shut. And if you can't back your product up and you're selling a product at the end of the day, you know darn well at the end of the day you can't basically back that stuff up. And you're selling to customers, I can get you on fraud. I can get you 10 years. I can convince the judge at the end of the day that you were selling that product for a very long time. You keep a track record on your company. So you think, Mr. Bird, because when I'm on camera, what do you think I do when I'm off camera? We're tracking your company. We're seeing exactly how much of this stuff you're selling under false information on what you're selling. And knowing you can't back this stuff up. So we can get you on fraud charges. Delete all your videos. Don't make a difference. We got your accounts. So, yeah. Now, if you got to delete your videos, what does that say about your customer base? If you got to start hiding videos, what does that say about your customer base? If you can't back this stuff up in court and you won't sign the contract, why would anybody buy from you? You can send us to court all you want. Please do. I wish you would. But if we say it back to you, you guys don't want to talk about court. You come with these fake accounts. I'm like, oh, send me the papers. Yeah, we go track down your account. There's nothing there. So, I'll do you one better. No more sending you the papers. You have a chance to the end of the year to back your business at 100%. An attorney better reach out to us. Because when we hit you back, I guarantee you, when we hit you, you will stay down. You will not be getting back up when we get done with you. So, there you go. You got your ultimatum. You got the chance to back your company at 100%. Can't say we're not fair about it, right? Some people don't even give you that much. Some people, if they got the evidence already, they go take you out. Because they got the evidence. They're going to waste any time. And they're going to waste any time. They know they got you. They're going to come get you. I'm giving you the opportunity to back yourself up. Like Fernando in those letters. He has the opportunity to back himself up every time a letter hits his door. He has the opportunity to take me to court. You don't do it, it's our turn. And that means we come with process servers. People that will be beating on your door and yelling out your name and screaming process server so your neighbors can hear it. And you can't get on YouTube and scream harassment. How's harassment? Don't write checks that you can't back up. That's how it works. Oh, now you should be, y'all grown adults. My channel's only set for 18 and up. Y'all grown adults. Y'all should know better than that. Don't write checks you can't back up. I don't got time for Karens. Karens get sued and thrown in jail in our world. And then they'll sit there and go, oh, but he's supposed to be a Christian. Yeah, I'm a Christian at the end of the day. Doesn't give you right to basically walk over a Christian and do whatever the heck you want to do at the end of the day, does it? Just because I'm a Christian at the end of the day and I basically answer to a higher power doesn't give me the right to go in and rob a bank at the end of the day, because I can say at the end of the day, well, I'm not from this world, I'm from that world. No, I still have rules and regulations that I have to abide for on the land. It's written in the Bible. You got to abide by the rules of the land. And guess what? Rules of the land is you talk trash about my company and you make statements that are not true with the intentions of trying to damage my company, then I'm going to sue you and take you to court with the intentions of taking everything from you. Gentlemen, keep in mind that you love your wives, right? I'm pretty sure you do love your wives. I've seen women divorce husbands. I've seen wedding rings get pulled off fingers and thrown due to the fact that they're so disgusted by the man that they married, due to the fact that your job is to protect your family and you did none of this. Why would you keep engaging in something that you know that you're going to lose? Over pride, right? That's what the downfall of the devil was, pride. So you better hope she's going to be with you for the next 10 years when you're sitting up there in that holding cell. Now, if we challenge your company in court, those fines and penalties come from them. That's what comes from. They file that. The courts will file that against you. Like $250,000, $50,000, whatever. You'll be hit with that. Or you might get a court order to remove your website, stuff like that. But you got to back it. Now, you go in court and you sit there and say, I know nothing about gray paint, you will lose your shirt in there. I know more about gray paint than you do. So that ain't going to help you. Black technology, well, you don't know anything about black technology. You never made this up before. There's no testing, nothing, no proof, so you can get you that any day of the week. Gunmetal, you guys don't know gunmetal for jack. So we're experiencing all fields. We're good. All right, well, great screen paint makers, the ones that basically didn't send any dumb nonsense out to us, we have to do those tests regardless. Sorry about that. This is this. I'm going to name my product number one. That gaming screen paint number one. We got to do side-by-side demonstrations. Please don't do like the other guy did and pull a label off a can. I literally had somebody pull the label off a can and send me the paint. Don't do that. We'll send it back to you requesting the labels on cans. Man, we've seen everything. I've seen people pull labels off. I've seen people put on eBay listings, websites, banned like 13.8, I can't get over that, 13.8 million people got banned in the state of Pennsylvania due to the fact that he's scared of our product. In Texas, I forgot, there's Texas too, because they got family in Texas and they're banned also. Let me see. What's the population of Texas? She was the weed. So let me get this straight. Because I got family, I got military family in Texas, and they're going to buy his product. In Texas, it was removed, because I mentioned in the video, it was removed off the its marketplace. So you banned 31.29 million people because you're afraid of us getting your product? Now, again, Rogers, this is for Rogers, real quick. If you sit there and say that's not true, hey, everybody was there. I did the video live stream. I went in to buy your product, and we noticed the state was missing. Pennsylvania was missing. And I went over that section 3 or 4 times, and it was not there. I even gave you to the end of, I think, last month to put it back in there, and it's still not in there. So what does that say at the end of the day? And if you say you never supported Pennsylvania, that'd be a lie, because I got cancellations on you, $700 worth of cancellations. In order for those cancellations to go through, and in order for PayPal to pay us back the money that you can't basically deliver the product on, we would have to have a state there in order to make the transaction complete to a website. I think I would know how they work. I design marketplaces all the time. So we wouldn't have been stopped from the door. But for you, it became terrifying because you couldn't handle another cancellation. So you decided that I'll be smart about it. I'll just remove this state and you won't figure it out. Of course I'm going to figure it out. I build those marketplaces all the time. So you basically got rid of 31.29 million people in the state of Pennsylvania because of my family over there. And then an additional An additional 3.8 million people in the state of Pennsylvania. That's what you removed out because you're afraid of our products. Well, that doesn't sound like a product I would trust at the end of the day. That's a lot of people. Let me see why you're not going in here. That's a lot of people to be terrified of a one person's product. There we go. Look at that. And yeah, my family in Texas are going to buy it. You're going to buy it. He said, we can't get it. That's why I said, Texas is not there. I said, Texas is not there. What do you mean Texas is not there? Pennsylvania's not there. I know that. Maryland's not there. I know why Maryland's not there because he got into an argument with Williams. That's why he removed it. Or he's probably threatened to get his product. But Maryland's not there. There's actually, including ours, 10 states missing. They counted it already. 10 states missing. I don't know what one of the other states. I know there were people contacting him after they saw him cancel Pennsylvania out. There were trolls that were contacting him, claiming to be me. He got scared and he started canceling states left and right and put this little message up that we're being harassed by Black Series Edition. So you're being harassed because people went in and saw you cancel out the entire state of Pennsylvania. And you feel you're being harassed because other people from other states have contacted you to buy the product and you can't sell it to them. That's not harassment. That's failure to basically produce a good product at the end of the day because you can't back it up because it's fake. Man, this is what we get into at home theater. A whole bunch of gray screens up there claiming to be ambulance rejection and they're not. Poorly made screen paint products are not even proper tested. They can't even back themselves in courtrooms. People rely on the specification sheets with some fake game range nonsense, and I can paint a screen with 2 quarts into 300. That's what we're doing now, all Mickey Mouse stuff at the end of the day. So while you guys are out there doing all this Mickey Mouse nonsense, the consumer is the one that's getting ripped off. The consumer is the one that's getting caught up in y'all nonsense. And y'all mad at me at the end of the day because I'm taking you to court on it. Because you can't back it up and you know you can't back it up. Well, back it up or pack it up. You got a choice. You remove your website before we go to court and you're good. You don't, it's going to be your worst nightmare. I would love to see how you explain your screen's pick up a black level. And a gray screen. That's a whole lot of crack that there's. A whole lot of crack. Let me see eBay. Let's pull up some screen paints. Jamie's product don't say jack at all. You got nothing but a summary in there. Now wait, look at that. No indicator on my whatchamacallit. Now I sent that out. I told you eBay got a copy of what I just sent to him. So when I contact them, they can see the message we sent to him. There's nothing up there. I should get an indicator should pop up right there. Let me know he messaged me back. Nothing. He can't message me back. You know why? He can't back that stuff. He probably didn't understand half the stuff I sent over to him and told him what he had to do. And I got a copy of that letter sent to my account. So, what are we going to do? Let's go with screen paints. Projection screen paints. We sent through some specifications. Their specifications are better than his. Let's see, we got this guy right here. White screen paint. 4K, 8K, high white, high definition screen paint. Let's see what we got here in the specification sheets here. Okay, let me see. Brand new, unopened, undamaged, so and so and so. A white screen paint, a digital screen paint. Found does not apply. Let me see. Digital image. Produces dimension, weight. Let me see. He don't have none of this in his page at all, period. At least he's got this in his page. Let's see. Model number. Discount by manufacturer. Doesn't have that in there. Date first available. July 13. Doesn't have nothing in there at all, period. Manufacturer Screen Supply LLC. Manufacturer Screen Supply LLC. That's the manufacturer, right? Let me see something for a minute. Good. We'll get samples. Let me see. Let's see. Court covers up to 5x8. 5x8. Including 2 coats of washable. You gotta put multiple coat on there. We have one that's the actual paint, then including 2 coats of washable and repair. So let me see. Non-toxic, low VOC. He doesn't even have. Jamie doesn't have none of this stuff in here. Non-professional installment required. Doesn't have that in there. It's probably, yeah, you got 1.5 gain. See, a 1.5 gain in a white screen? No, not going to happen. No, not 2 point. It'd be 0.1 or 1.0. I've never seen a screen with a 1.5 ever. Let's see. If you got a 1.5, this is what I'm talking about. People put gains on their screen. If you got a 1.5, that means you should be able to operate in a fully lit environment without the screen washing out or fading. If the screen washes out and fading, you got a problem. They think at the end of the day, because you can see an image, that's considered a 1.5. No, you have to see the same image as if you had the lights out. They looked exactly the same, back and forth. Can't have a washed out image and look better at nighttime when the screen's off. That means the gain is not even working at the end of the time. Not even working at that point. Used in home theater, churches. Not using it in churches. Conference room. We got a conference room downstairs. That thing will not pull. Art galleries. Nope, that's not happening. We're gonna art at schools. Not gonna happen. Outdoor screens. No, it's definitely not gonna happen. It's a white screen. You do the math. All right. Let me see. High definition home theater screen paint. 2 coats. Just paint 2 coats on a smoothly primed surface. Now you got to prime the surface to paint it on. We don't prime, so there you go. Yeah, it's anything about black level. High definition, protection screen, product primer surface up to 50% brighter than a normal white projection screen. Ooh, don't want to say stuff like that because there's people will test you on that one. Reflective from this gives excellent color contrast. This says contrast. So if a projection screen says it gives excellent contrast, does it mean real black levels? This is true black. Contrast. Projected contrast for these flames. Yeah, it would be black. It would be black, so you can't put contrast in there. You have to put down what shade of gray you're reading, because yeah. And this is nothing but a black. This is pretty much it. We got any pictures on this baby? Let me see. It's basic. That's it. No pictures. Nothing. No videos. Your prices are dropping. I wonder why. I can get a sample of that one. That's easy to get. I just want to know the manufacturer was. All right. What else we have here? We got projector screen. We did paint on screen. I've literally beat paint on screen already. We did it. We actually did one of the darker screens, which is considered to be dark. It was supposed to be black, which we thought was going to be black, but it wasn't. It turned out to be a dark gray. Let's see. Paint on screens. Paint on screens. Elite screens, all of them, all this. Then I'm renaming this video right here, because this is your mess at the end of the day. You're freaking jacked up free screen paint mess with oil in it. Freaking messed up a surface. Messed up my roller too. I had to throw the roller in the trash. The roller was saturated with a freaking oil, man. I had to throw away the freaking rollers. There it is right there. It's that free mix he told you to make at the end of the day. That stuff was garbage. There's Jamie's paint right there. Tested that stuff too. That stuff was trash. We got it right over here. It's the same. It's the same thing. Oh my goodness, it's the same thing. Really, I can't wait to get this guy in court. Hopefully we can get him in court. Hopefully. Hopefully. The ICE does not see this and we get him in court. We want to get him in court. If I'm lucky, we can get him in there. Hey, Jamie, I would rather prefer you be a citizen, because we want you in court. I want you on that. I want you on that stand. Put your hand on that Bible. I want you on that stand, so that way my attorney can drill into you. Because my attorneys don't like him. He's a liar. They can't stand him. So they can't wait to get him on that stand. Probably got bets who gonna make him wet himself. Man, they're brutal. Paint on screens. Actually, did we do this one already? No, we did paint on screens. Let me see. paint on screens. And let me see this other guy did. His paint was actually pretty good. He beat Crow's product. I didn't test myself on his. But again, business is business. Let me see if we got anything saying black levels. Let's see. And open projection screen paint. Let me see what we got right here. 7.1 solution, ultra contrast screen paint. It's not gonna go well. Let me see, high quality. We got all this information right here. Jamie has nothing that's all period. And Jamie has nothing that anyone else has, literally. You put a summary up. I have no idea what he was doing on that one. Just because you put a bunch of pretty words up there don't mean it work. Let me see. Choice. Rich colors, no hot spotting. For light to normal, ambient light, LED free, ultra. Let's see, gray screen up to normal lighting, I doubt that, because what is normal lighting? Because we have normal lighting downstairs, and gray screens don't even read down there in normal lighting. And here it's not normal lighting. We're 24,000. Nothing reads in here. Where our stuff reads, everybody else's doesn't read too well. Brighter whites, improved contrast for HD pictures. See? Contrast. That's why I said Jamie got it backwards. You don't use for HD and 4K. Darker screens are actually much better, not lighter screens. Let me see right here. We set up public. Quality. Beautiful. Only commercial application. Okay. Is he calling me? Let me see. Now available nation to public. That's a low-cost solution to screen needs. This formula is a grayish, which he had to color it. Grayish in color with metallic or micro beads. Self-smoothing, fast drying, easy to clean up, including rollers. Rollers is found to be given a nice texture. Test. He has a really nice explaining his product. Let me see. There's a roller test. A piece of drywall to see what works best for you. Looking good, perfect. Okay, that's great. I'm looking for contrast black levels. Why don't we get the prime? I don't get the priming part. Alright, cool. Yeah, we'll test this one too. For the other case, we have to have a can. The cans can't be. If I had one already, like I already used already, we can't use it. It has to be fresh, unopened. That's the only way we can touch them. Unlike this one over here, we tell me I got it from a customer, and customers don't exist. All right, that's just nothing we can take. This is gray. If it's gray, it's going to be easy takeout. No, look at that. It's HD projection screen paint solution black. We got what do we have here? Specification sheet. Pro Screen HD screen paint solution and border paint. Let's see, high contrast screen paint. What is a high contrast screen paint? High contrast, especially from a color like the gray or black. Without delivering sharper vivid images. Okay, well that's not gonna happen. So, challenge accepted! No. That's true. You can get samples of that. And this mess right here, Jamie's product right here, which we'll be testing this really quick. Where the freak is my whatchamacallit respond back? Got to respond back, Jamie. What's going on? We have not got a respond back from you on the questions I asked you at the end of the day. Okay. All right. Not a problem. Let me see. Let me see. That is for ultimatum right there. Let's see. No, go back. Nothing. We already have this product here. We got the refusal. Smartest screen services. We've been there, tested their stuff. I got videos under demonstration, but fine as well. What the heck? And that's it. If it's high contrast, what the frig is the screen doing in the dark if it's high contrast? That's not supposed to be in the dark. Ugh. Man, this is going to be way too easy. All right, no problem. Giddy up. We'll take them all on. Oh, let me see if I got my... I have here. Save messages. It was right there, dude. Right there. So we got nothing from Jamie. There's nothing here. He didn't answer us back at all. Of course he didn't answer us back. He can't respond to the message we sent him. He doesn't know anything about his product. Oh well. See you in court. Letter will be coming there this week. I'll get ready to draw it up. Send it over to you. Oh, keep the opportunity. You don't want to take it. There's nothing there. There's nothing there at all, period. He didn't send anything back. Nothing is there. Not a thing. He doesn't know the color of the product. He doesn't know the distance, so he doesn't know nothing. The outdoor capability, he knows nothing on this product. Told you people at the end of the day. Nothing at all, period. Nothing. As you can see, this was a day ago. We sent the message through. That's a day ago. We sent it through. Nothing. Told you. Let's see if anything was changed on the page, on the product. And we can get exactly just the color, contrast to the stuff. No new notifications. Nothing came through. purchase history. So this is what Jamie did. Jamie went in and copied our entire, wow, this is sad. He went in and copied our specification sheet. So this is what he did. This is pretty bad. So buddy, you got a problem here because you can't back any of this stuff up. Jamie went in and copied the specification sheet. I told you, guy can't back anything up. He's a thief. Look what he wrote at the bottom right here. Let's see, paint on roller, 9-inch net roller. So he stole from our specification sheet. Let's see what he put down. Let's see. Sorry, we only support these particular projectors. That'd be us. Penalty for batch number verification. Your product doesn't have a batch number on it. How would you have a batch number verification? Penalties for our batch number. Fines and penalties and slandering for our company batch number, including lawyer fees and court costs. So he went to our page and copied our specification sheet. That is pretty sad. Wow. So he says don't get scammed, but yeah, he's using our specification sheet. Shelf life. I told you couldn't do it. He couldn't do it at all. So we're going to basically test you based on this right here. Color black. So you're saying the color of your product is black? Because that's what it says right there. Color category is black. Man, this guy is sad at the end of the day. I told you. Dude is super sad. He said the color of his paint is black. That's our specification sheet. Let's see. Category class, home theater, viewing 180. I have it right here, so it's not doing anything it's claimed it's doing. Best use outside between 7 evening hours. Fully ultra short though compatible. And he says superior advanced white heightener. This is our stuff. Technology legendary black. Let's see, minimum 1,000 lumens. Let's see, compatible with projector mapping application. So wait. You're saying your stuff is compatible with projector mapping applications? Yeah, right. You don't even own projector mapping technology. Let me see right here. Projector mapping technology, interactive technology, ceiling projection applications. You don't do ceiling applications. Floor projection applications. You don't do that either. So guess what? So you're gonna call eBay. You can't back any of this stuff up. None of this stuff can be backed up. He actually stole it off our specification sheet. This is pretty sad. Let's see. Resolution, screen size, 64 ounces, 180. Wait. How could you have screen size is 64 ounces and yours over here, that's not a 64 ounce. This is 32 ounces. So which one is this? It's 64 or 32 ounces? Because that's confusing as I don't know what. Which means you did get the message. Oh man. Alright, I got to do a video on this. This is a huge eBay scam going on right here. Huge eBay scam. And you said basically, let's see. Screen blend is a quality, blah, blah, blah. Batch number guarantee. Orders are tested. YouTube live before ship out. So, we should be able to see these tests. And you said it does contrast levels. We got black levels on here. Please note the screen paint. It's a physical projection screen. Customized. Yes, that's right there. Roller, 9-inch roller. Do not use the paintbrush. Let's see. Screen damage. Blah, blah, blah. This is the dumbest thing you can do is copy someone's specification sheet. You can't back any of this stuff up. Let me see. Wow, man, he copied us at the end of the day. Professional black projector screen paint will make your projector investment. So your product's black? Are you saying what? This product is black? Oh, we're gonna definitely come back on this one. I gotta come back on this one. I got something to do, but I gotta come back on this one. We'll be back Jamie went in and copied our entire specification sheet. The problem is he's never going to be able to fulfill anything on here to begin with because, again, his product is not black. We all know that. We have it over here. All right, let's go over and show you the biggest scammer on YouTube. Gotta go.